this replay. What a superb pass from Aziz Beige. And what a superb header from Matt Leckie. Former Melbourne City to future Melbourne City. So an impromptu timeout here for the coaches to get their message across. The referee trying to get that treatment to occur off the pitch so the game can continue. I'm getting a whole lot of joy. Ahmed Al-Kaf, who was also in charge of an Australian win over the UAE in a World Cup qualifier. So third time being the main man in a Socceroos encounter. And that looks like he'll be able to run that one off. Used his right boot a couple of times there. Used for standing on. Boyle getting a shout here from Page, and he honours that run. Again, wonderful defensive work from Johnson, and the flag is up for the goal kick. Good run, good support from Page. He's quite settle on the ball on the byline. Defended, forcing the error. Yeah, just a little hold the ball out, in fairness to Aziz. Making again, climbing to win the header. Is there enough on that? There is, to frustrate Mitch Duke. Fantastic win by Irvine. Leckie and Brustich looking to combine. Played in the Bundesliga last season for rival clubs. That's an extravagant attempted turn from Suman Lamat. 12th cap for him today. Strong work by Harry Krista. Being a little disjointed. Kuwaiti coach appointed as part of the development partnership between the Qatari FA and the Nepal Football Association. Doing a really good job with this team. The pressure again here from Brustich, who plays Duke into the channel, but rolls away from the Wanderers man, as it tends to do on this pitch. Curling feet. Yeah, the question at this point that's posed is how long can Nepal hold out for speed? Because you would imagine that the physical prowess of the Socceroos will increasingly take its toll. But for the time being, and for as long as they're able to maintain this, they're more than a thorn in the side. They're really setting up nicely. Most of these players in red play in their domestic league back home, earning around $130 a month to play semi-professional football. They are mixing it up with these highly paid Socceroos. It's great perspective to bring. Fine job at the moment. One of the world's most famous destinations, I guess, in a tourist sentiment. Communities with significant economic challenges. Share of political turmoil over the years too. The national team is doing a wonderful job. 26 minutes in here in It's Australia back when you can. It's obviously the message, and they're doing that more often than not. Stoke sitting in England in the championship, regular with them. An invincible season with Red Star Belgrade, undefeated in their run to the Serbian title. Krustic, Duke attempted the 1-2 and then looked down at the grass. Clever ball, likewise. Duke's back heel for Krustic, tried to dance around. Was fouled in the end, and that was important intervention initially by Ananta at the back. Get up, recover from whatever ailed it. This is in Krustic territory. Just on the edge of the D, roundabout centre of the goal. Foul. John swinging in wildly. Boyle, surely there is a decoy only. After what Krustic did against Kuwait from similar range. His first international goal, which went in off the post. Quickly becoming one of the most influential Socceroos players is the 24-year-old. Books of Eintracht Frankfurt after that €1 million move from Groningen in the Netherlands. Will be Aiden Krustic again, and it's a good smart save from Kieran in goal. Target again from Australia's number 10. Look through. Custodian Stitch does continue to impress. Boyle's in swinger. Kieran got there to deny Deganek. Looked favourite for a moment. That's good. Krustic trying to lob it into the box for Jackson Irvine. Half an hour gone in Kuwait City. Australia 1, Nepal 0. Finding some nice space between the lines. Suta on diagonals haven't really been coming off so far. He hasn't hit many passes tonight. Suta. Any range. Perhaps Krustic, but seeing both away. Lifted silverware in India with Minerva Punjab 4 years ago now. Kiran Kemjong. The first drinks break of the night, half an hour in here. Abdullah Al-Materi has to be very happy with the way his team has acquitted themselves after copying that early goal from Matt Leckie. And just 6 minutes in. It's a great ball from Hunter's Page. This is the earlier kick-off time slot. Socceroos' previous 2 games were in the nominally cooler moments of the night with 11 p.m. kick-off, but very, very difficult conditions. Physically looking to so far. Their bodies on the line, little bits of skill here and there along the way. Frustrating their fancied opponents, Australia, really acquitting themselves well. Another man who's played a key part in their improvement in recent years is Gary Phillips, a man we know well, technical director, currently back in Australia, tuning in from Coffs Harbour. Yes, word to Gaz, because a lover of the ocean as he is, who has packed himself up and gone into a landlocked country. To continue his personal football journey was quite a sacrifice, I can assure you. Probably, as soon as this match is concluded, getting down to Sawtell, sit on the swell. There's a wetsuit on right now in New South Wales. Some warmth associated with it. Again, just crowded out of it. It's a good win ahead of Irvine. There's the bomb on down this left flank now. Sulman Ariel showed too much of it to Karadzic. And everything asked of him so far in his short international career. Boyle drops it over the top nicely. Just kept on bending away from Lecky. It was the first time in the match, Speedy, where the ball had been stretched across the field. They really struggled to get back. Sulman attacking down the left with a heavy touch, conceded possession to Karadzic. And for once, their formation was stretched and Australia had some space, serious space in which to play. Just a little bit of overreach from Boyle on that ball. So Matt Leckie, unfortunately for the Socceroos. Risky header back, pounds the ball by Leckie. Dances around one, Matt Leckie, and what a block that is. Putting his body on the line. Outstanding work. Amanta, 23 years of age. He's already got 35 caps to his name. He's been on the international stage since he was a teenager. That's another point. He hasn't made it yet. He just briefly alluded to it. It's a very young Nepal team. They've got a good crop, given where they're at in world football in the comparative rankings. This is a good crop. Two players above the age of 30, their goalkeeper and their striker. Playing without fear. Tight windows there, playing their way through Australian traffic and then chopping down Matt Leckie. Referee plays a good advantage, but concern for the skipper as Karadzic for Hrustic, top of the box. Now with Leckie still down, Karadzic says we better get some treatment. Our superstar up top. Tackle from behind but went unpunished. Again, cause damage those in the weight of the tackler. Bears down, compromised ankle. Doesn't tickle, thankfully. So Matt Leckie's up and walking around, however, gingerly. He's had a shocking run with injuries in recent years as well. Australia's captain, hamstring, neck, thigh, abdominal issues, and a lack of game time for her to Berlin that added to his frustration and led to that move back home. Good adjustment there from Irvine. Stroke it to Karacic. Lecky covered okay. Flips it over the top of Sulman, cutting it back, and what a dispatch from Karacic, who has his first international goal. He certainly looks the part in that right-back role for Australia. And in just his second appearance, he finds the back of the net, and it was low and hard into that bottom corner. Has he enjoyed his first Socceroos goal? Didn't we enjoy watching the art of Matt Lecky down the right-hand side? Again, in behind. Sulman, the left fullback, couldn't recover, gave himself up. Beautiful touch to get to the byline from Lecky. Look at that, just delightful. Sulman, as desperate as he could to regain the territory he'd conceded, was not good enough. The cutback was superb, and the debut goal for Karacic was very well received. Didn't he enjoy that? He was dreaming of going to a World Cup in 2018. He was a late cut from that squad from Marwhite. Josh Risdon as he started in that right-back role at the World Cup, but looks like it's fast becoming Australia's first choice right back, the 25-year-old who became Socceroo number 607 against Kuwait. And in the playoffs as well, Brescia in Italy didn't quite earn promotion to the top flight there. Move came out of the blue as well for him to go to Serie B at the start of the year. Interesting to see whether he plays football again there next season. And Lecky with a goal and assist tonight. 30 years of age. He comes from Melbourne City for the next season and might break his way again here. Really did enough. Great pressure from Australia, hunting a third here before half-time. Boyle, eyes are lining up here. He likes shooting from that kind of range, and Kieran batted it away impressively in the end and had a bit of swerve about it. Brett Holman about him, the way he goes about it. Martin Boyle. It's a nice pick-up. Certainly good here. He loves it when defenders come in tight on him. He's full of tricks, knows how to get out of a tight space. And frustration in the end after beating an opponent and then getting dragged back like that. No sign of a yellow card. Took matters into his own hands for a moment. Boyle hit. Another occasion, the card may have been brandished. Boyle, it is who delivers, and went for the same ball. Irvine and Sutar, who are both very good on the aerial front. Have a look at the beauty of Matt Lecky in full flight. Fans will be eagerly anticipating anticipating already the next season. And Melbourne City's business isn't even finished this season yet. And it's big news for the comp, for Matt Leckie, captain tonight, to be coming back. Scored one, set one up. What about the subtle movement of Fran Karacic as well, getting into a goal-scoring area from right back? Those replays showing his movement, the way he just delayed his run to ensure that he could sweep it home first time. Look at his highlight reel as well that his agent put together to get that move to Italy. He's full of smart movement as a right back. Really clever player, really switched on. Australian passport all of his life and dreamt of representing the Socceroos. Able to live out that dream despite never being to Australia. Surely that time will come. Suter finally got on the end of things, but flashed his header wide. Scorer of 5 goals. Suter, his first 3 internationals. Trying to become the 5th Socceroo to score in 4 consecutive World Cup qualifying appearances. He's just been penalised for an outstanding league. Have another go, and he kept his arms away from his opponent that time. And the adjustment, the referee's going to adjudicate things that way, but kept my arms away. Well, I think he got pinged for his leg. Oh, okay, not the no, but this is the loop, you know, you're not about to jump with your legs now. This is the next extension, is it? And then urgent and crash courses in biomechanics, some of these refs. Oh, what a classy flick from Leckie, and that is a red card candidate. Referee looking for advice from his assistant. It has come, and the card will come out. They're down to 10. And it's a star player who sees the straight red card. It is Rohit Chan, who can't complain. He dragged back Martin Boyle, who was through on goal. Interesting, the exchange between the two. Martin Boyle actually trying to prosecute his case of where the contact was. It's a wonderful touch. Let's get to the good bit first. Look at this from Leckie. Mate, he's gone down, seriously gone down, like an ailing economy there. Martin Boyle. That is the most minimal of contact. But you've been in that situation as a striker. You clean through. Does the defender have the right to put their hands over your shoulder? The defender didn't bring it down. Let's get this very clear. Yeah? The smarts for Martin Boyle to go down. Pay that if you want. But the defender's not in the dominant. Like he doesn't disappear. It's his feather touched him. But he elected to put his hands on his shoulder. It's a scramble. He's paid the penalty. Martin Boyle won the duel. But he dead set went down 80 speed. My point is Andrew Redmayne does some impromptu Pilates at the other end to keep loose. Don't put your hands out. Striker's gone in, try and retrieve the situation without putting your hands on his shoulder. Six men in the wall for Hrustic to negotiate. And the tiny able to get it on target. Nepal now have to play more than a half of football with 10 men against the might of the Socceroos. Well, he's overcorrected this time. The last free kick from a similar position, he'd underhit, forced the save from the keeper, but he underhit it. Just overcorrected there. Hrustic was very, very disappointed with himself. He's a beautiful left foot. Well, I'm hopeful he's going to serve the Socceroos well. sixth period. Looks the goods. Referee blows things up after 2 minutes of stoppage time. Australia well and truly in control, thanks in no small part to Matthew Leckie, who has a goal and an assist to his name, teeing up Fran Karacic for his first international goal. So Australia in a dominant position and the chance to look for more goals against 10 men in the second half. At the break in Kuwait City, it is Nepal 0, Australia 2.
So it's all gone to plan for the Socceroos, and they get that little bonus on the cusp of half-time with Nepal down to 10 men. We'll discuss that sending off and also the big moments in that first half with Robbie Slater and Mark Bosnich after the break, live on Fox Sports.
Sydney staring at another championship. Oh my word! Beautiful from Sydney. Let's go on.
You see someone else wearing it, I think it just makes you smile.
It's the only beanie that we can all wear and be on the one team. I feel like I'm one of many.
It's a real form of connection. Everyone wearing it has a sense of pride.
The VRB is a very important thing.
Because it symbolises the fight against the everyday.
It's how we take on the beast. Help fight MND in your VRB.
It's not a very important beanie. It's the most important beanie.
Taking care of other people, but there's no one to take care of me. This insomnia, I haven't slept for 6 days, y'all. Sounds like a lot to him. I made a mistake.
But that doesn't matter either.
They put an embargo on this particular topic.
These people are looking to me to tell them what to do about this moment we are in. I don't know what to tell them. I don't know what to tell myself.
In Treatment, Thursdays 8:30 on Fox Showcase or watch on demand. Welcome back 2-0 to the Socceroos over the Gallant Boys, who was set up very well in that first half. But the send-off on the cusp of half-time is going to make things mighty difficult for Adam Peacock alongside Robbie Slater and Mark Bosnich. Robbie, very dominant as we expected, and I'd say more fluid than the last game they played, and looked very, very sharp, particularly Boyle. Again, and in the front third, always look threatening. Leckie's in superb form. We'll have a look at that goal in a moment, but Boz, as we'll come back from the break, I mentioned that Nepalese were good opponents, and you started nodding. Why? Yeah, because I think they played really well in the first half. I think you got it absolutely spot on in terms of the way they set themselves up, and they made it quite difficult.
said it to you that before the game. It's good to see that these teams are getting better and better all the time. But this is the opening goal here. To this. Of who to pick up, and if you've got somebody underlapping from the fullback side, it's very, very difficult. The deeper people come into the box, it's much more difficult to pick up.
Red card, yes or no?
Yes.
I said no in Robson. And Boyle played it clever because he gets it front and his first touch takes it across the defender. If there's any contact there, it's a foul.
Yeah.
And the position is in.
Goal scorer, let you go.
Devil's advocate, he takes a step after the contact.
So what? Okay. When you're going at pace, it ain't takes as slow as the touch. There's a goal scoring opportunity.
There's no way he's going to come down. He's one-on-one with the keeper.
Yeah. He's done that for a reason because he knows, like Bobby just said, he's been caught out of position and he's not favoured to get the ball. And he's brought him down. Done enough to bring him down. So, but coming back to what Robbie said as well, how important it is, and this is a really good lesson for the youngsters, some of the other chances that Australia have had, to when you get into those positions, is to go across the player because they've got to be so careful. They don't click you or anything like that. Taking the ball from the ball, I think so really well this first half, especially with some of the crosses.
So you're happy with the flow, Robbie, obviously. Where is that flow emanating from? Is it the two holding midfielders making the right choices about where to zip the ball into midfield and go wide?
Okay. Yeah, look, I think some of the passes haven't always come off, but the way everything, first intention is always forward, not to go backwards. And certainly the two players in the middle of the park are doing their part, and the rotation's good up front, so the ball speed's been good, and the players look really sharp.
Graham Arnold is massive on set pieces. He knows it's going to play a massive part in the next phase of qualifying. You can practice all you want on a training ground, but when you actually get it out there into match situations, also what they've served up so far from corners and attacking free kicks, how would you describe it?
It's been okay. There's been nothing spectacular. But like I said, coming back to the original goals, the foul there on the goalkeeper, it's all about the delivery. So you